We're running and gunning and saying our thoughts, though we have different minds. At the same time, we bring the song to help your mind grow in the mental. Give knowledge with advice plus all essentials. So if you haven't heard, then act like you know. It's the Runner and Gunner Show. Runner and Gunner Show. The Runner and Gunner Show. Gunner.
Monday morning crack.
The Runner and Gunner Show. And we are here.
It is Monday, everybody.
Monday. And
What happens on Monday?
Guys.
Well, the Runner and Gunner Show happens on Monday.
Every Monday.
It is
it's Memorial Day. Wait, everybody. It's Memorial Day.
First.
And we love you guys. Wait a minute. June 1st is Wednesday.
My bad.
Hold on.
I'm lost. May 30th.
Producers, what are you guys telling us, man? Come on.
Uncle Lenny's here.
Shit.
Uncle Lenny's here.
Shoot.
I mean, he's not here right now, but he's in the building.
Yeah, well.
That's what the producers just told us.
Yo, guys, keep keeping on here, all right?
All right, everybody, we're going to talk about the games that we would never play.
Ever.
Runner, what game would you never play?
As we previously discussed, I would never play a game, an old game that was created a long time ago by by Putin's people, who we very dislike, but I don't know who they are. In Russia, there was a game called Tetris a long time ago, before all this Cold War, all this action that's going on happened. But it was called Tetris, and it was a great game. And all it was relaxing your mind, and it was just, putting blocks together, and it was actually making you more intellectual. But now they make these new remakes of this game, and it looks so horrible and so more complex than it once was. It once was you just put the blocks together and make things happen, and then it slowly declines, and then you rebuild and decline it and rebuild and decline. But now they have these weird graphics and effects to where it's just so complicated and so weird that I don't even want to play it anymore. So that's one game that I will never play again. The new remakes of Tetris. Old Tetris NES, play. New remakes, never. What about you, Gunnar? What's a game you will never play?
I will never play NBA 2K22.
2K.
I love NBA 2K. I've been following the 2K series since it was on Dreamcast.
Did you say 2-2 or doo-doo?
Well, if you played 2-2, then it is doo-doo.
Doo-doo?
No, T-O, not D-O. 2-2. So that's exactly how I feel about NBA 2K22. To the point. To the precise precision that this game is cheap. I mean, the graphics are but they ain't much of an improvement from last year or 2 years ago. They're actually kind of worse.
Wow.
The physics are
so
just
you're
a tad bit
giving it a
worse.
decline from 21K?
It's actually a very big decline from 21.
Man.
From 21 and 20.
Uh-huh.
19 was the best one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, 20 did have a couple extra special moves that were dope. But obviously they update the roster, so everyone's going to be like, no, it is good because it got the new roster. But no, you could update the roster on the old ones.
You could just trade, you can do whatever you want.
And mostly I'm talking about this story mode is all super cheap.
Yeah.
The online play is still laggy and broken and busted.
I remember when you used to be able to choose what perks you can upgrade. But now some games, I don't know if this is one of them, but some games actually choose them for you as you play along. And I don't agree with that. I think that you should be able to choose what perks you can upgrade on your own. So maybe this is one of those games that do that type of deal. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it definitely isn't. It is a cheap game. But another game that I would never play is WWE 2K20.
Oh, but the new one came out, actually.
Oh, yeah.
2K22. I haven't seen it. Have you seen it?
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I'd play that one.
Is it good?
Yeah, I heard it's good, but they didn't have a 21.
So who's on the cover of 22, if we know?
Rey Mysterio Jr.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
what about Roman Reigns?
I know. He
should have been on. Yeah, Roman Reigns should have been on.
I think he was on the last one, and it was just such a giant flop.
Maybe they can't. Yeah. Yeah, he flopped out, so...
Maybe too many people just see him on a video game, they're like, nah.
Yeah.
Or they see Rey Mysterio, and they're like, oh...
So how come they can't make these new WWE games like they used to make them in the arcade days, to where you move the joystick around and you
sock
you
people.
go up, down, left, right, and then does a super move or something like that, and you sock people hard, and and you have a block mode, and you have to. It was more of a challenge back then. Even the CPUs were more challenging.
I mean, what you're saying
then
perfectly describes what WWE 2K is nowadays, but it's just lacking some kind of soul,
Yeah.
What's another game that you would never play?
Never again would I.
Or never always?
Oh, never forever?
I'll tell you one more. And
all right, tell me one more.
You're going to disagree and maybe even hate me and try to come to blows because of me saying this.
Uh-oh.
But I would never play Call of Duty. Any of them. Ever. I don't like Call of Duty. And I never will. I used to play Call of Duty back with my friend, Guadalupe Trejo. We used to play back in the day. He would play, and then I would play Call of Duty, and then we would take turns. But we'd be sipping sips and
the crazy thing of all is that I actually agree with you. I would never play Call of Duty again.
Yeah,
I remember it used to be cool back in the days, and
remember?
They used to be more structured, more cool.
It was just like a party game.
Yeah, it was fun, and then it just got too blown out of proportion, man.
Just didn't ever upgrade. It's the exact same thing that it was in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to play that.
Exact same thing. Maybe the graphics got updated. That's about it.
That's about it. So, everybody out there on our Instagram, why don't you tell us, the Runner and Gunner Show, what game would you never play
again?
Or ever.
Again.
Or ever.
Ever.
What's a game that I would never play? I would never play
Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk remake.
Oh man, they remade it terribly. Remember how terrible the graphics were? And the graphics were kind of upgraded, but the physics were horrible.
Oh, the physics were just ruined. The upgrade ruined the physics.
Yeah, it was way off.
I actually would rather buy a PlayStation, get the original copy of the game, and play that. Then play this new remake.
You'll actually be saving money and time doing that. So
saving time
people
with
out
money.
there, you'd be way better off doing
saving
that.
Money with time.
That's right, and that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You spend time correctly, and that's the correction of life. If you want to go the right way, then you'd rather do that direction instead of buying these new games that they're trying to shove into your face and shove into your head and make you play them instead and say, "Hey, this is better than the original," which it is not. But that's what they try and make it be. So, yeah.
Which it's not, but they say because it's new and it's aggregational. Like, we're aggregating this information.
The scalings are higher.
It's like just because you have footage and content of new video games at a more rapid pace does not mean that the video games from the past aren't completely better and way more well-polished. And the math is better, and the physics are better, and the collision detection is better, and the movement is better, and the movement's more well-rounded, and the hits collide more precisely.
Yeah.
Things like that, Like, I'm tired of abandoning good physics and good harmonious mathematical equations for freaking looks and glamour. I don't want $1 million. I want the freaking $1 billion game,
The $1 billion game. The real one with the better graphics, also the better physics. So they need to be graphics and physics combined. And once they do that, they're going to make more money than any other game has ever sold. Yeah. And that's how you have to do it. And that's how these graphic designers got to get on it. And then once they get on it, they're going to be riding their high horse at the end of the day, because they will be the ones who are going to be laughing with all the cash in their hands if they can create these kind of things. But they haven't done it yet. See, they try to remake old games just like in the movie industry. In the movie industry, they try to make all these old movies that were really dope back in the day, but yet they remake it and it's doo-doo.
Like Top Gun 2.
Well, I haven't seen Top Gun 2.
But I heard it's pretty good.
It might be good, right?
I heard it's pretty good. People on Rotten Tomatoes say that this movie is better than Interview with the Vampire.
But how many Batmans? How many Spider-Mans? How many? When are they going to come out with the new superhero, When are they going to come out with somebody brand new who's going to take over the industry and just be like, I am this man. I am the man who freaking can move stuff with my mind and control things and stop time, you know, and save the girl and kill the bad guy.
Yeah.
When is that gonna happen, guys?
Yeah.
Once that happens, then the industry will be saved. And cheers to that. So here on the Runner Gunner Show, we don't want to trash everybody and everything because we respect the art and we respect all the graphics that you guys do.
Anybody.
And no, we didn't trash anybody, but I'm just saying that they want to take it that way. If they do take it that way, then we're just telling you, we're not trying to trash you. We're just trying to give you the knowledge and the facts that you need.
You took it that way, you guys? Well,
If they did. I'm not saying they did. I'm saying if.
Well, let me tell you, if you took it that way, we got a whole lot of show coming up.
Yeah.
We're actually going to be talking about Tom Cruise and his career.
How he used to cruise through the movie industry.
Cruise through it, and he's still cruising.
He's
by
cruising.
the looks of it and by the ratings of his new movies.
His new movies are going to go up.
He's set to have Mission Impossible 23 and 24.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going down. We're going to be talking about this and a whole lot more. We also are going to be talking about Louis Vuitton. We got him as an interview.
We got him here.
About SpaceX.
We got his bag.
How they have space stations and the stars.
Yeah.
And our telescopes are discovering these incredible explosions.
Oh, and the biggest asteroid in many years just passed Earth.
And we're going to be talking about Mexican cuisine and telling
Lots
you
of Mexican cuisine.
Our favorite recipes for tamales. After all this,
after these commercial breaks.
Sounds like you have a bad case of the Rona.
What can I do? I need something to swap my hands with quick.
Well, with Johnson's & Johnson's baby powder and diapers, we also make some Rona sauce.
Oh, wow. How can I get it? Where is it available?
Rona sauce at your local Save-Ons, Johnson & Johnson's, and Johnson & Johnson and Johnson & Johnson.
Thank you, Rona, for making the sauce.
Runner, what is going down? This is the Runner Gunner Show. Runner, I got a question to ask for you. What is your very first video game that you ever played?
Well, the first video games I ever played were actually not even Super Mario. Surprisingly, it was actually the Atari little basketball game, and it had like one little joystick and one button. This Atari thing is super old school. It's probably worth a lot right now. Not really, but they used to have this little basketball game, this bowling game, and it went deep, deep, deep. So it was so horrible, and people would not like it right now. But my first video games were, we're talking about my first video games. Not my favorite, but my first. First was,
your first.
These basketball games, and the graphics were so horrible. So you would dribble, the only direction you had were up, down, right, left, and one button to shoot. And that's all you had. If you didn't have any other choices. So you go up, down, right, left. And the bad thing was you couldn't even go backwards. So you could either go left, right, or up.
Cool.
Left, right, up. And this is Atari Basketball. That's what it was called. So the first game I really played was Atari Basketball. Second game was Atari Bowling. So those were my first actually two games I ever played, and these games are really old school. They're very hard to find now, but this is like talking about old stuff. To the Lenny's now, this is like 8-track. This is like ancient. This is like digging up dinosaur bones. This is like fossils. I'm talking about fossil games right now.
Yeah, you're tripping me out, bro.
Yeah. This is the true story. What I really played, and my parents actually had it. I don't know how old they were. They must have been like 159 by now, but they had these games, and it was fun, and we actually had that system for a little while, and it was cool. So this was before the NES.
How did you get this
even
system?
Came out? My parents had bought it in the late 70s before I was even around.
What? Whoa, what?
So my parents were playing video games before I was playing video games.
Whoa.
So that's pretty cool. So while Runner was being created, video games were still being played.
Whoa.
Which is super cool.
So they had the Atari before you were even born.
Correct. Yeah.
Really?
That is true.
Yep, that is.
What about you, Gunner? What's the first video game you recall as a youth?
Well, I was a kid,
as a child, or as a baby.
I liked a bunch of things. I liked going outside. I like jacks. I like skinning my knees, playing some basketball. But one day, when I was little, I was real little, and for Christmas, all of a sudden there was this box underneath the Christmas tree, and I was like, "Yay! It's the biggest box
Ever.
And we ripped it open, and it was freaking Nintendo. It was NES Double Edition with the Mario and Duck Hunt on the same cartridge.
Can you give
And-
us a precise year, or do you recall the year?
It must have been 89. It had to have been 89.
Wow.
It had to have been.
Wow.
So we busted it open, and I played Mario and Duck Hunt for the
Whoa.
very first time in life, in creation of life, because the world hadn't even seen it yet. I was on the pioneering perspective of playing NES. And so I played Mario, Duck Hunt.
and Duck
But
Hunt.
then we also had,
Remember that little clay one when they used to say claymores? Anyways,
and
what's
now,
the next one?
And now in my mind, I'm not too certain if this happened a year after or if it happened the same year, but
Same
I also
thing.
got Castlevania
Oh,
3.
3? Wait a minute. So you skipped 1 and 2?
Because I think one came out.
1 came out in like the 86, yeah, and 88.
Yeah.
Part 2.
So part 3 came
Part
out
3
in
came
89.
out. Yeah.
You know, or something like that. And then the other game was
Correct.
WWE, which was WWF,
Which one?
WrestleMania.
Oh, the one where freaking Ultimate Warrior would double
Ultimate
pump and
Warrior
throw
would
him.
double pump
And
you out
throw
the
him
ring.
out the ring, man.
That one.
The Warrior, and yeah, I remember
That
that
is it.
game. That was an amazing game.
It was the best game ever. And the
I
other
had
one
that game
was
also.
Batman. And guess
Oh,
what
and I
happened?
had Batman too.
And tell me, Lenny's out there, I know this happened to you because you're Lenny's, but
Lenny's.
my neighbor,
Ladies, listen up.
I got Batman, and it was the best Nintendo game ever. And I was a kid, and I was learning how to play it. This game is teaching me how to play video games back in 1989. And then my neighbor,
that was dope,
a
man.
girl, she was my friend, my sister's friend, came over my house. Her name was Zahira, and she jacked my freaking Batman. I got it for my birthday from my Uncle Billy, and she jacked it.
Wait, did she jack you?
Yeah,
Your
my copy.
Batman.
And then she came over the next day and had the nerve to write in pen her name on my game and say that she bought it and it was hers. And that is why I do not steal, because that pissed me off.
Yeah, that sounds like a horrible person. A wonderful thing not to do if you were a good person.
But anyways, that's the truth. That was a true story.
So Gunner's games were
Super Mario and Duck Hunt. on the
and
Single
Runner's
Edition.
games were old ass Atari games
Atari.
with one button, and it was basketball and bowling. So I mean, man, it was one button games. This system was old as heck. I played those, but
Atari.
that's before we couldn't afford Nintendo for a minute until I turned about
I think it was
150.
I think it was like $200 in the 80s, right? Yeah.
It was a lot in the 80s. Yeah.
$200 in
No,
the
in the
80s.
late 70s, early 80s. We're talking about
85.
before
It came out in
before
85.
NES. We're talking about Atari comes out. The NES came out first
Atari
in Japan, which was
$70
Famicom.
in the 70s.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. No, it was like $100 in the 70s.
And-
it was
and
like
it-
$99.99.
And it was marketed as being an inexpensive product. Remember? It was like
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
inexpensive home activity. you know?
Yeah. Because this is when Pac-Man was the stuff, the place to do was Pac-Man.
Pac-Man started it all.
Come, eat all the freaking pellets and then kill the ghosts. And Pac-Man was the thing to be.
It
And
was on a joystick. You guys, you Lenny's don't know what a joystick is, but it was a box, and
Yeah.
a stick in the middle, and a button on
Yeah.
top.
Yep.
And you control your character with that joystick.
But Pac-Man was the beginning of a whole revolution of the best games ever.
Computers.
Yeah. Of
Pac-Man
computers. Well, yeah,
invented
Pac-Man
computers.
did. Yeah, he did.
You know,
yeah,
there's computer
Pac-Man was before
software
Apple.
programmed off of Pac-Man.
Correct.
All right, everybody. This
So
is
it's
the
a lot,
Runner
we're
Gunner.
giving you too much knowledge. We can't give you too much secrets, but just enough.
We're not trying to talk
keep you
about
guys
video
keyed
games
in.
all night long. I mean, all morning long. We are also going to be talking about sports.
Sports.
We got some sports coming up.
Sports.
Mainly Dodgers.
Dodgers.
Mainly
Halos.
not Lakers, Angels. And also the Raiders.
Yeah,
They're off season
goodbye
right
to
now.
you, Lakers.
Hold on, before we go to a quick commercial break.
Well, we're not ready.
How do you think the Raiders are going to do this year? Rich Runner? Rich Runner?
I think they're gonna go to the playoffs. I don't think they're gonna go 115 and 1. I think they're gonna win every game ever. I think
shoot.
they're gonna go 17-0.
I think they're going to go 17-0.
I think nobody's gonna beat them. I think Mahomes is gonna come pretty damn close one day, and then he's gonna wake up from his dream, and he's gonna say, "Damn,
Raiders are good.
Derek Carr has the best receiver in the game." So
What's his
it's
name?
gonna be close.
What's the receiver's name?
From Green Bay, former Green Bay receiver. I forget who we came up in this free agency. We came up on the best receiver in the game, and so it's a big deal, and everybody knows it. So we are gonna, terrorize Las Vegas Raiders. Watch out for them, and watch out for
Who?
Golden State Warriors because they are in the finals. And if the Golden State Warriors don't win it, I'll run around butt naked West Covina. Watch out. And it's the truth. So I said it right here. This is a bet. All right, everybody, I'm running the show right now. Everybody who doesn't believe me, the runner said it right here. If they lose, I will run around 2 blocks butt naked.
All right.
Flapping and dapping. Watch out for the sausage. Vienna.
We're gonna have to tell everybody. We're gonna have to tell everybody this. Everybody out there, listen. Freaking Dodgers. Halos. We want to see Angels versus Dodgers at the World Series. How could that happen?
It can happen.
It can't happen. We got the Raiders. We're all California.
So it's happened. New York have actually went to the World Series together. Yankees and Mets have happened.
Yeah.
It's happened. It happened in, I think, early 2000s. It's happened. Look it up, people.
Angels need a pitcher.
Angels have Ohtani. I mean, he's everything. But they need more pitchers.
Suzuki got hurt on Friday.
Not Ohtani, but Suzuki.
Suzuki, man.
catcher?
Not to be confused with Ohtani.
Ohtani is the greatest
got
of all
hurt.
time. But
He got a baseball thrown at his head.
so are you talking about his nutsack or his head?
Suzuki, the Angels.
Like his dome, his freaking cranium?
He got a baseball thrown at his head.
Cranium. Oh, cranium. Okay.
Yeah, on
confirmed.
accident.
Damn it. Come on, you guys.
So we got freaking...
Our producer is always
I
confusing.
love saying it. We got Ward. We got Walsh. We got freaking Taylor. We got
Taylor.
Trout. We got... come on. Ohtani, of course.
Ohtani.
We got Rengifo.
The sad thing is, I don't think they're gonna go.
Wade,
I think
Wade.
the Dodgers got the best team in the whole league. But I think if they could do good on their side, the Dodgers could do on their side, we could freaking meet up in the World Series, and it'll be the most awesome thing ever in California
How are the
history.
Dodgers doing? We got Kershaw.
Dodgers.
We got Turner.
Kershaw's
Muncie's
actually
gone,
hurt.
right?
Max is gone. No, Max is hurt. Fudge. Yeah, a lot of them. But we still got the Beard. We got Turner. We got Mookie. We got
Mookie Betts.
Yeah, we got a lot of guys still there, and things are happening. We got Trey, and we got the 2 Turner boys. But I think we need help in the relief and closing pitcher divisions, because we really not relief, more like the closer. I mean, we thought we had a closer, and we got an old school closer, and I thought he was good, Krummer, whatever the hell his name is. But I liked him back in the day. He was an all-star, and he was good. But now he's not pitching as good as he should, and he's not representing. But hopefully he comes through, and as soon as Kershaw comes off of his injury, we're going to find out what's really going on with these Dodgers. And we're going to start kicking some butt. And that's right.
All right, everybody. Top Gun 2 is coming out.
Top Gun 2, Tom
And
Cruise.
I know if you listen to Rotten Tomatoes, I don't ever listen to Rotten Tomatoes. When I used to listen to reviews, it was mainly a book about like, I don't know, 1,000 pages thick.
Book? A book?
And it was like mostly compiled from
A book?
7 different movie reviewers. So 7 people would watch thousands of movies.
A book?
And they would, review them to a curriculum.
Mm-hmm.
And, I believed in those reviews. Like, I trusted in those reviews, and they were good. They were good, logical reviews. But on Rotten Tomatoes, you're getting reviews from, like, 7-year-olds who know how to operate the internet. And so if your 7-year-old is putting a review because they like freaking Cats and Dogs Part 5, better than they like freaking The English Patient,
The English.
then that doesn't mean that Cats and Dogs is better than The English Patient. So my thing is, what is the point of Rotten Tomatoes if the review means nothing? If the review means absolutely nothing, what is the point of operating under it, you know? When movie reviews are like, hey, yo, Rotten Tomatoes gave it 10 out of 10, and it's like freaking the Brave Little Toaster CGI, and it's like, and then the movie freaking, I don't know,
So the truth is, a lot of them just get lucky reviews, and they just get lucked out because people give them. They might even pay people to give them these reviews.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, I think
phony accounts.
it's phony crap, and I think it's just people that are still on the actors' old kind of takes and old movies, and I think it's all just pure luck that they have these kind of reviews that are now going down right now. So the truth is, it's just pure luck in my mind with all their
pure luck. It's the fad. Or you could just get off Rotten Tomatoes, don't listen to it, because, come on, that ain't proper. But the point of this story is that Top Gun Part 2 had an amazing review on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I did.
And it begs the question,
See, I think
is Top Gun 2...
I think they just hate them off.
According to Rotten Tomatoes, it says right here, according to Rotten Tomatoes...
Oh, here we go. Read it off.
Top Gun 2 is the best Tom Cruise movie ever made.
Of all time?
Of all time.
Wow.
So it begs the question, is Top Gun 2 better than Cocktail?
Wow.
Men, is Top Gun 2 better than Cocktail?
Is Top Gun 2 better than Raymond?
Is Top Gun 2 better than Rain Man?
Come on, people.
Is Top Gun 2 better than Days of Thunder? Is it better than A Few Good Men?
So we don't know the truth. I mean, they might have paid these guys off just to say these kind of things.
Hold on, Lenny's. I
Everything
want
he's
you to
talking
tell me that Top Gun 2 is better than A Few Good Men.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you freaking serious? Raymond. I mean, even Raymond. Come on.
Top Gun 2
Versus Raymond?
How much better is Top Gun 2 than Rain Man? What makes Top Gun 2 better than Interview with a Vampire?
Dustin Hoffman. And the vampire, I mean, that one,
They showed
I'm not a big
movie.
fan of, oh yeah, I'm a big fan of Chi-Chi's though. I'm a big fan of Chi-Chi's. I was about to say, but since you just changed my mind.
Is
Shit.
there like... Is there like 35 minutes of Choo-Choo's in
Cheers to
Top Gun
that.
2?
That's what I need.
Yeah.
I need 35 minutes of straight boobalicious, and then I'll give it freaking I'll give it freaking 10 stars.
So Top Gun 2 is better than The Firm. Top Gun 2 is better than Jerry Maguire. Top Gun 2 is way better than Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah.
Top Gun 2 is way better than Magnolia.
Mission Impossible, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Mission Impossible is kind of cool.
Is Top Gun 2 better than Mission Impossible 2?
That's another good one. That's a debate right there. That's
Top
a very
Gun
good
2 versus Mission Impossible 2.
Yeah.
What is actually better?
But versus Rain Man, there's no competition. I mean, zero.
Versus Rain Man?
Zero.
Versus A Few Good
Dustin
Men?
Hoffman? Yeah, A Few Good Men? Come on.
Jack Nicholson?
Jack Nicholson? No way. Never gonna happen.
Kiefer Sutherland?
Kiefer Sutherland. Yep. Never gonna happen.
So Top Gun 2 is better.
So that's
than
what you're
Kiefer
saying.
Sutherland
You're
and
saying
Jack
that Rotten
Nicholson.
Tomatoes is saying that it's better than the movies we previously have just released to the public. Like,
Yeah.
it's better. I can't believe that crap, man. It's a bunch of crap. It's a bunch of lies, and that's just how they do it. I mean, that's just how, you know what it is? It's a bunch of crap just to promote this stupid movie. And I mean, if it does good, more power to you. I mean, more power to you. Do good. I hope it does good. I hope it does well. But no matter what, it ain't
hope
gonna
it is good.
It ain't gonna surpass what we just said, though. No matter what happens,
Yeah.
it is not going to surpass.
Yeah, because I just watched Legend, the UK theatrical release of the movie Legend with Tom Cruise.
Legend.
And I'm telling you, that movie's good. I'm talking about not that Orange Dream soundtrack.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the The orchestra soundtrack,
Yeah.
legend, UK version, different
Exactly.
scenes. It's completely different. Go ahead and find the UK version of
Look
Legend,
for it.
1985. You'll see that is a completely different movie than the 1985 edition of the US version. But anyways, everybody, we come to the end of the show.
Yeah, this
we
is
want
it,
you to have a
and
great week.
Remember, everybody, wait, let's, one more thing we got to say is that all our soldiers that are out there and all our
Yes.
soldiers that have previously passed, we love you guys and we are proud Americans, and we want to say that
Amen.
we love all the American soldiers that have passed and all the American soldiers that are currently fighting in the wars and
And
the
all
future
children
wars
of American soldiers.
and the future wars and all the children and
the wives.
everything. So yeah, hell yeah, especially the wives. But we love everybody who is involved in this Memorial Day. So rest their souls, and we love you guys.
And remember, think on a higher frequency, everybody. You are a higher frequency. There's ether in the air. Gather into your heart and
Gather
your
it.
mind.
Gather it.
And it's part of the show that everybody
Everybody
loves most
Loves
of
most
all.
of all.
Besides our commercials, but we've come to the end of our commercial breaks.
Yeah, because we
So-
gotta go now. But
So
we
now it's
still have time
time
for the end of the
show. So now it's time for
the
very special part of the show, which is called the 2-minute rundown. Yeah.
Let's crack these lunches we've been waiting for all show.
I have a lunch in my hand from Maine, United States, and I'm gonna crack. Oh,
Here we go. Cheers, Gunner.
Cheers to lunches. We're having lunch over
Everybody.
here on a Monday morning.
We want to let you kids know that are graduating, you are not kids anymore. You are now adults.
You are
so get
adults.
ready for adulthood. Get out there, accomplish what you got to accomplish, and become the best students that you know that you studied to be.
And remember, whatever you do, just make money. If you want to be a veterinarian, just make
these are
money
good.
doing it. If you want to be a bicycle professional rider, then just make money
Goes
doing it.
out!
Serve the country, serve each other, help one another. You are the future of this world.
Congratulations,
So
Class of
keep up.
22! And
Class of
everybody
22.
else, enjoy your summer vacation as well.
We got
Sports.
Gervonta Davis remains undefeated with 6-round TKO over
Round
Orlando
TKO.
Romero.
And what about Liverpool losing to Real Madrid in the final in the UK? What a soccer match it was. 1-0.
Russell
Real Madrid.
Martin announces retirement.
Goodbye, Russell.
Goodbye, Russell. Retire hard and relax in Florida and retire and whatever you got to do.
Sip a sip and dip a sip. And what about Jock Peterson getting smacked? And the guy who got suspended for it was one of the Reds players. I couldn't believe it when I seen it myself.
Yes. What about New York Mets Jacob DeGrom? Says his injured shoulder
DeGrom.
feels completely normal. Is he coming back to the Mets in time to win or go to the
The
playoffs?
finals start this week, so be sure to go for our Golden State Warriors. Even though we're in Los Angeles, we still go for the California team. So we're going for California teams all the way. Go Golden State.
And remember, we got a couple things releasing this weekend. This weekend, we had a couple things. We haven't had a spectacular chance to see it. But Top Gun with Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is back.
He is back. He is better than ever. He's going to show
Check it
these
out.
Lennies how it is to make an action movie.
He's going to take their breath away.
And we got another old timer, Ewan McGregor, in the Obi-Wan Kenobi
McGregor.
series releasing. It's getting
McGregor.
dropped this weekend. So make sure to watch those. We'll be talking about those next week. We'll post a picture of it onto our Instagram.
So check all that out.
What you think. We are the new Rotten Tomatoes, baby.
Yeah, and we want everybody to enjoy their Mondays and always drive safe, be safe, have a great time, and tune in to the Run and Gunner Show every Monday morning.
And remember, happy Memorial Day. Everybody
wonderful
stay safe
Memorial
out
Day.
there. I hope you had a safe weekend. I hope you're feeling great. I hope you're thinking great. I hope you're living great lives. And remember, as always, if you can have a great Monday,
Great
you
Monday,
can have a great life.
every day. Rest in peace to all soldiers that died on Memorial Day.
The Runner and Gunner Show.
Yeah, oh, it's good over there. That's where we're good enough. Solid.
Run and Gunner, not responsible for any injuries, postponements, or collateral that may occur during or post segments of our entirety of the show. You are now or have been listening to. We would like to add any involvement with similar subjects in the show are completely coincidental and may or may not be facts. We would also like to thank you, Lennox.